Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Emmy the Cat Lady, and we are here in Vault 111 for my survival mode playthrough that I wanted to do and bring you guys along with me. So I've messed around in survival mode, but I've never really done a full serious kind of playthrough, and I thought it would be kind of fun to do one where we try and keep everybody alive except the Institute. So it is possible to end the game by destroying the Institute with the Minutemen, and the Brotherhood and the Railroad both survive and carry on doing what they do best. So that's kind of the overall goal. I'm not doing permadeath rules because this would be a very short series, given how much I have a proclivity to walk into mines without realising. But everything else is survival mode rules, like the console's disabled, all that kind of stuff. So I will be doing my best to survive, and we'll keep track of just how many times I actually die in this playthrough. So I've skipped all the opening stuff. We've seen it all before, happy, suburban family, everything's bright and shiny, and then kaboom, my husband is dead. My child's been kidnapped and I've been frozen for an indeterminate amount of time. So that's kind of the goal. So this is Veronica, that's the name of the character I went with. I wanted to choose one that Codsworth could say, just because it'd be quite fun. She's not doing too great at the moment, but we are going to gather up as much stuff as we can from this place to get through. Yeah, because this is one, it's like, oh yeah, we can't open that because it's broken. So we're just going to make our way through it. Oh, there's our first enemies, the rad roaches. Coffee cups, stim pack, 4 coffee cups. Cigarette, don't really have much use for them, but I'll take all the stuff. Because we're siding with the Minutemen, which means we're going to be doing an awful lot of settlement building and stuff like that. So once I've got my Pip-Boy, I'll go through the kind of character build that I've gone for. Is kind of a fairly generalist, but I want to mess about. Oh, shite. There we go. Brad Roach got a bite in, but never mind.
Giant
yeah,
roaches.
Making me ill, so that's something to keep in mind for this. So it's kind of a fairly balanced special distribution I've got. I want to use kind of pistols and explosives and mess around with chemist. I want to mess around with making my own, kind of, using the herbal treatments and stuff like that, just to see how they work, because I've never really used them and I don't really see many other people using them that much. So I want to just kind of give them a fair go and see if they are actually helpful at all. And I thought it would be fun to try some of the charisma perks like Animal Friend. Again, that's one that I've not really used very much in my playthroughs. And then there's like the Intimidate one, and all that stuff, just to kind of get control of the wasteland, let's put it that way. So we'll see how that goes. Just going to fill up all those empty beer bottles, because survival mode means that we require to eat and drink and sleep regularly, or we're going to end up very unwell, just like in real life. So that's fun, right? Okay. Yep, I'm going to sneak in and grab the rad roach meat. We can't be too picky about our food choices at this point in time, because there's not a lot of options available to us. So we're just going to have to eat whatever we can get our hands on, and if that means eating insects, that means eating insects. I mean, certainly seems to be that that's going to be the... potentially the future of humanity, is that we're going to eat insect protein, because we're not going to be able to rear enough animals for people. Right now we've got a gun, so yeah, I think pistols are probably going to be a good shot for kind of everyday weaponry, because they're light, which means that it's easy to carry, and the ammo for them tends to be lighter as well, because ammo has weight. Oh, we've got another stim pack here, that's perfect. So yeah, it'll be much better And we've got another 10mm pistol and some more ammo. Oh, and a Coca-Cola bottle. Nice, 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 nice. Cool. Yeah, so that's kind of the goal. So we are going to be doing all the Minutemen quests, and we can do a little bit of the Brotherhood stuff and some of the Radiant quests potentially, and the Railroad we can't really do much beyond tradecraft, so we are going to be kind of largely ignoring them and only kind of contacting the Railroad when we need to. And I think if I use any companions at all, it's probably going to be Dogmeat and then maybe Ada or Codsworth for doing the Automatron DLC stuff. So DLCs are all enabled, but none of my real Creation Club stuff has been. Ah! How did you manage that? Oh, crap. Okay, right. Well, are you coming to fight me or what? Oh my god, I'm not... Okay, that would be extremely embarrassing if I died to the rad roach. It's bloody hell. Oh, I can't... hang on. There we go. Couldn't remember the button. I knew there was a button for a stim pack. Okay, there is definitely more rad roaches here. Yeah, too busy talking and not fighting. Never mind. Okay, I think we've just got the last 2 roaches in the exit zone to deal with. So that's fine. Ah, got you that time. And then waiting for the other one to appear. There he is. Oh, crap. Okay, cool. Right. Oh, got some utility. Oh, that might have been part of the update, you know, the Creation Club update that they did where they added a bunch of stuff. Yeah. So there's actually like several vault suits that you can pick up here. I think that came from like the Creation Club stuff that they added. Which does kind of mean they've taken away a box. There was normally ammo in that locker. Anyway, never mind. Right, let's get the Pit Boy. Gonna need that. Here we go. Yes, I know how it works, game. Thanks. I've been doing this for a while. It might not look like it, but it's true. Yeah, so I think we do actually already have a little bit of adrenaline going here. Yeah. But we should have a decent amount of rad roach meat and things to cook. So, yep, let's press the button. Get this big door open. I don't know why she has punched the door. That's a bit...
Please stand back.
I'm sure if you just pressed it, it would still work. But yeah, so just waiting for the big door to open so we can leave. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to be focusing a bit on charisma and stuff. If we're doing the Minutemen, then having local leader and all that stuff is pretty much going to be mandatory to get our settlements going so that they can support us in our war against the Institute and all that jazz. It does mean that we're going to have to talk to Preston a lot, unfortunately, because he can be kind of annoying. But I just think it'll be fun to try out doing something, you know, where we don't... Because pretty much every ending you pick one side and then you destroy every other side. And I think, well, if we're going to be doing survival and we're going to be building a community, then we should be trying to save as many people as possible. Yep, let's leave the vault.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
Yes, almost every vault was actually a secret experiment conducted by Vault-Tec. Yeah, yeah. I think this is always the first one that you get when you start a new game. Oh, blurry vision, because we haven't seen the sun in a couple of centuries. Yeah. Right. Oh, there's... Okay. Yeah, some of the Creation Club stuff is still active. I'm waiting for my vision to clear. There we go. Right, find the cache of vault jumpsuits. We'll deal with that later. Oh, empty bottles, Alarm clock sounds good. Stimpak graduate. Oh, antibiotics already. That is a really good find for the very beginning of the game, because antibiotics are rare but incredibly important for if we get sick. But I say I do want to test out the herbal remedies. Now, I did have to, when I was talking about them for the science series, I did have to kind of look them up to be like, right, okay, what do they actually do mechanically in the game? And what they do is they act as like a preventative, so you kind of use them when you're about to engage in risky behavior, as in doing something that's going to potentially make you sick, like swimming or sleeping or going out in the rain. And I'm not joking about any of those things. So, it's going to be interesting to see if they actually have utility, because they're not the easiest things to make. You need to find like hub flowers and carrot flowers and all that kind of stuff to make some of them. So it's got to be worth going out of your way to find all these ingredients to make them, and then if they're going to be effective, because I know some of the illnesses that you can get are worse than others, particularly infection, because it just does constant damage.
But you seem the worse for wear. Best not let the hubby see you in that state, huh? Where is Sir, by the way?
Tiny bit sexist there, Codsworth, but he's dead. I'm not sugarcoating it for a bloody robot.
These things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction.
Even if said robot's in denial.
A distraction to calm this
yeah.
dire mood.
Sure, that's all I need.
It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Oh, Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
Also, how is Sean enjoying charades when he can't really speak or be familiar with any movies or TV? Anyway, he's been kidnapped.
Sean's been kidnapped. But I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna get my baby back.
Mm-hmm.
It's worse than I thought. Mm-hmm. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
Yeah, what do you mean 200
years?
years?
200 years? What? Are you sure?
A bit over 210, actually, Mum. Give or take a little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack. You must be famished.
Okay. Are you okay?
Codsworth, you're acting a little weird. What's wrong?
Mum, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! How do you polish rust?
Oh my goodness. Right, stay with me,
Stay with me,
Codsworth.
pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, Mum. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe Sir was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Everything happened, yeah. Thanks, Codsworth.
Thank you,
That's
Codsworth.
nice.
You're welcome.
Is he crying?
Enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? Sir and young Sean may turn up yet.
This, yeah, maybe.
I don't know, Codsworth.
Like,
Follow me.
I just find this whole conversation hilarious. Because, like, I mean, I know that, you know, these robots are supposed to have advanced AI and all the rest of it, but the fact that he's literally... You might get on better if you actually go into the house, Codsworth. And then you can attack the... Yes, there we go.
Now this is my cup of
Right,
tea.
okay, made the other ones angry. Ah!
I never...
Get behind the doorway before I can shoot you. Damn it.
I'll find you eventually, and that's that.
Okay, got one. Which is good because level up means that I fully heal.
Another bug to bash.
Well, you might want to try actually doing it, Codsworth. I don't know what you're... like, what are you doing?
Nothing here but a few Wait, my senses are
You're
picking up movement in another house.
Right, okay, are you going to do your job? Like... Codsworth. Listen, I know you've just had a little bit of a nervous breakdown, but... Oh, where's she gone? This bloody robot. Okay, right. Go in the house and you'll have a much better time killing the nasty insects.
Buggered off. Picking up
Buggered off.
found you. Lunge.
Right, yes. Well done. You figured it out. Oh, that one had bottle
Miss
caps.
Veronica.
Yes.
Your family isn't here either.
Mm-hmm.
They're really gone, aren't they?
Yeah, Sean's out there somehow,
Sean's
somewhere.
out there,
We're going to
Codsworth.
find him eventually.
I need to find him.
What about Concord, Mum? Plenty of people there. And last I checked, they only pummeled me with sticks a few times before I had to run back home.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck, Mum. You'll find young Sean. I know you will.
Mm-hmm.
I shall remain here and secure the home front.
Okay. Great. Where's the other? Yeah, because you need, I think you need 2 bloatfly meat to make a, bloatfly slider? It's called. Let's see, anything fun in here? Nope. Oh, bobby pins, fantastic. I didn't have any of those and now I do. Great. Okay. So, let's see. Gosh. Blowflies have all been eating bottle caps up here for some reason. Interesting. Yeah, so that's us kind of got the game started. So Veronica is a character. I can show you my kind of character build now. So I think I'm losing intelligence from being thirsty. So let's fix that. I know how the inventory works. There we go. Cool. Yep, so strength 3, perception 5, endurance 5, charisma 4, and I'm going to boost that up to 5 with your special book, intelligence 4, agility 3, and luck 4. But that's the starting build because I'm probably going to increase them as I go when needed. That's my house, this is my house. Yeah, this is my house. Just grab that, your special book while we're here, and charisma. just because I think getting local leader up and running sooner rather than later is going to be a good idea. I'm going to need to build myself a new bed and stuff, and that's fine. Is that a coffee tin? Great. But yeah, so Sanctuary is here. It's obviously...
someone who can help you in Concord.
Yes, thanks, Godsworth. But I know there's going to be another couple of rad roaches hanging around, so I'm going to take care of them so they don't sneak up on me. Well, I'm busy base building. Sure, one of them crawls out from under a... There you are. Yep. There you are. I know I've taken radiation damage. Right, where's your friend? Ah, I could hear you. There you go. Cool. Right. Now that we've got that done, let's get some cooking done because I am probably going to require some food at some point. Baked bloatfly, that's the one, so I can make one of those. And then we can cook the rad roach. Which we'll get 5 of those, that's nice. There we go. So we're not going to starve anytime soon, which is useful. And we'll need to get Sanctuary built up. I'm not going to bring you guys through all the kind of building and stuff, but I'll strip mine this place top to bottom for everything that I can get my hands on, and we can get it set up properly for when we bring Preston and the gang back from Concord. But I'm not quite ready to take that on just yet because I'm level 2 and that involves Deathclaw, so we're going to collect a few useful bits and pieces, but time for first perk. So let's see. I think starting with Lone Wanderer. Less damage and carrying capacity increase. There's very few things that can compete with that, so that's going to be a good place to start. What is my carrying capacity on this anyway? 155. That's not too terrible, actually. But I'm going to head down over the bridge. So there's a place where I can get my hands on a 44 pistol, which I think will come in handy because it does hit like a ton of bricks. And I don't know, maybe some of you guys don't know that this is here. There's usually also some grenades in the bin, which is nice. So yeah, when you come, obviously Red Rocket's there, we'll get to that in a minute. We've always got this dead guy who has a bunch of stuff. The drifter outfit's quite good, and some dog meat and tire iron. I've got the bath one, but yeah, we can kind of sneak along here. Some wild mute fruit. Losing the ability to speak today. Yeah, so we can kind of sneak along here. There's usually a rad stag kicking about, and you might find a dog as well. So don't want to be too gung-ho about it. There it is. Yes. It's very dramatic. But we got the dog, so... Is all the wildlife around here just eating bottle caps? Is that what's happening? Because I haven't taken a perk for... You know, there is the Fortune Finder perk, but I haven't taken that yet, as you guys have seen, so... Interesting, but I'm actually getting a surprising amount of money just from killing random critters, which is... not going to complain, really. Money's money, it doesn't matter where it comes from. They're not cruel enough to put any mirelurks this far up, which is nice because they are going to be a bit challenging until we get tougher. obviously a little kind of fishing here. Oh, ramen meat and some wine. Just all the makings of a steak dinner right there, to be honest. Sure, why not? But yeah, over here, you can kind of hear a mechanical whirring, and there's this little kind of pipe here. So if we open the circuit breaker, turn it off, and then we follow the pipe up on this little ridge here. We've got this thing. I have no idea what this is or what it's supposed to do, whether it's like some kind of water pump or something. But turning that off opens this, and we get even more money. So we've got the cap stashes, and then we've got this guy who had the snub nose 44, a little bit of ammo for it, and some other random odds and ends. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to, didn't mean to do that. Oh. It's kind of creepy that he's moving. I stop now. Yeah, the dent in that thing does kind of make me wonder if he self-deleted. A lot of people did, which, you know, it kind of makes sense, really, in that kind of situation. But you kind of think, well, what's the point in even fighting it if you don't have a place in the vault or anything? It's just like... Where did the dead mole rat come from? Okay. Interesting. Not going to ask too many questions about that. Not going to ask too many questions about that. Yeah. So we've got a few good weapons that we can get ourselves set up with. And then the other thing that would be good is to try and acquire at least a little bit of armour. Oh, there's a red stag. We're not going to tangle with that. No need to. It's the dog that we killed. And I know I could swim across the sanctuary here, but swimming increases your risk of disease. And we've only got one dose of antibiotics for the time being. Oh yeah, we'll grab, there's a duffel bag here at a statue. Which usually has... Oh, it's a pipe rifle. Okay, well we can maybe modify that. I'm just going to leave him there in his pants because he's dead, who cares? Yeah, grab the chemistry workbench from behind the drug dealer's house. Which is this one here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the one. Whose house is it? Because the Hawthorns, yeah. So whoever owned this house, they have a terminal. They also have a trap set on their thing, and you can read it, and they were basically the local drug dealer. It's a dose of Med-X, that's always nice to have. You do need to be careful using chems in survival mode because the consequences are far more severe, especially the consequences of addiction, than they are in the base game. But in a pinch, they might be necessary, you know, so yeah. Well, we nearly get killed by rad roaches, so I'm quite glad that so far we're actually deathless. Spoke too soon, maybe. Yeah, where did you go? Little tiny one. Yeah, sometimes one of those rad roaches gets stuck in that wastebasket and then it's a mess. Oh, new cherry and yum yum deviled eggs. Now, in real life, I wouldn't eat yum yum deviled eggs that have been in a broken refrigerator for 2 years because that just sounds horrific. But it's definitely much higher disease risk in my mind. But, you know, it's probably full of horrendous preservatives and all that jazz. Let's see what's in this suitcase. Yeah, I know how the lockpicking minigame works, thanks. I should have checked. I don't know if there's an option to turn all the tutorials off. Oh, tuxedo, very fancy. Yeah, we'll take that. That could be fun if we want to be super fancy. I'm pretty sure it does boost charisma anyway. Yeah. Do I need to sleep? I'll sleep. If nothing else, that saves the game, because remember, saves are banned. Oh, more bottle caps. And more bottle caps. Why is there so many bottle caps in my washing machine and tumble dryer? Anyway. Yep, hungry and thirsty, so let's have a baked float fly and a red roach and some purified water. Now we're properly fed and hydrated, and oh, there's Grog back. Forgot about you. Cool. And a fancy hairbrush in the mailbox. It's just some of the things that are in these like wee containers, like the mailboxes, are just so random. They are just so random. Right, I'm gonna dump all my junk in here because it takes up a lot of space, and I'm gonna see if we can do anything. Okay, had a slight issue there where I forgot to clear some old recordings off my main hard drive to record this, so ran out of space. Problem has now been fixed, so all I did was I basically updated my 10mm pistol to a hardened receiver, and I think it might be good to see. I don't have enough stuff to put any new sights on that, but might come in handy when we deal with the raiders in Concord. Oh, I can put Minutemen paint on it. I don't think I need to do that right now. That's fine. Yeah, so next kind of goal really is to try and get my hands on some armor pieces. And there's a couple of ways I can do that. I think there's a couple of like raider camps out in the wild. Oh, I was going to bring the chemistry station up, wasn't I? Move this up to where everything else is. I like to keep all my crafting stations together myself. Once off screen, I will probably spend a bit of time just kind of stripping this place bare and building things the way I want it to. But yep, chemistry station, and I'll move the cooking station up as well so that I've got everything to hand. Obviously, in the long term, Sanctuary is not going to be the main base of operations because it's too far away from basically everything else on the map, and there's no fast travel, especially when we're not going to be really making friends with the Brotherhood to a significant degree, because they give you fast travel, and we're obviously going to not be friends with the Institute, who would also grant us fast travel options until the end game, but we can potentially get the vertebrates from the Minutemen in the long term. Have I got any more food I can cook? I do, because I picked up some new stuff. Pork chops. Ribeye steak, nice. There we go. So yeah, we have snacks. We do have some purified water to hand. We've had to sleep, but yeah. So the chemistry, I do want to kind of try out some of this stuff. I think once I can get my hands on a syringer, that could be quite a fun addition. And again, I just want to try out a bunch of stuff that I haven't really kind of played about with on this game before, because I think it's interesting to look into it. So yeah, we can already make some syringes in danger all, which is quite good actually, reducing the damage resistance by 25%, and then damage over time stuff. So there's just lots of these kinds of things, and then the healing. So we've got the herbal anodyne, but you know, the amount of stuff that you need for it is quite a lot. So I'm curious whether they're actually going to be worth it, especially when they're taking up 2 purified water and you have to find all these flowers to make them. Is it worth your time? I mean, I know you can find them randomly in the wild, but they're quite rare to find. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting question. We do have the armor workbench over here. But yeah. Right, what we'll do first is we'll go and get the doggo. Because dog meat is the best boy and he will be useful. In fact, I think what I'll do, so I've at least got a little bit of protection, is that drifter outfit. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit of damage resistance, which is nice to have. And that's kind of why it's there, really, is, you know, so if you don't want to start the game running about in your vault suit, that's basically why this guy's here, is to give you some stuff that might be useful, as well as showing, by the way, everything out here is gonna try and kill you. Because it is. But we can always get this good boy and we can deal with the mole rats. Hey buddy.
Hey boy, what are you doing out here all by yourself?
You wanna come with me?
Come with me, pal?
Yeah. What a good boy.
Okay then. Let's stick together.
Yeah. And clever cookie. So yeah, we can now send him to do stuff for us. I can use the workshop here, but yeah, we need to be prepared because the mole rats are coming. Can't remember what it is that triggers them. And yeah, we've got all the workbenches here as well. It is kind of weird that like the 2 settlements that have all the workbenches pre-built for you. Holy carp, that's a lot of stuff. Like that have all the crafting stations right away are the first 2 that you're going to come across in the game. I know. Oh, another antibiotics. Wow, I'm getting some pretty good luck here on the loot front. Yep, here we go. I'm going to hide up on the car. As the mole ratties are coming. Oh, missed that one. Okay, that went quite smoothly. That's good. Oh, teeth. The teeth are good because they count as bone, even though teeth aren't actually bone. They're slightly different makeup, but they do come in handy in terms of making oil, if memory serves. So we'll just dump all that stuff in here. And we did pick up some more meat and stuff. Duct tape. I do like some duct tape. Adhesive is always good. Let's see, anything else fun? Pre-war money, cigarettes, toaster. More money. Oh, got ourselves a cap stash. 38 round. Military grade duct tape, nice. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I know there is the mole rat nest underneath, but I'm kind of a bit more interested in trying to get my hands on some armor pieces. So I'll just take a wee wander over here and see what I can find. A lot of the kind of flowers and stuff that I was talking about for the herbal things are found around here, which is nice. Like there's some thistles. Seems quite fitting. Yep, already thistle. Which, if you don't know, is the national flower of Scotland. The thistle, that's our national flower. Our national animal is a unicorn. because it beats lions, which is, you know, it's a whole England, Scotland kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, okay, one of them fell into the back rooms, never mind. Now that is a bloatfly. Was a bloatfly. Where's the dog? Oh, he's there. Oh, detected by whom? Bloatfly. Our artist, formerly known as Bloatfly. I think we might have another friend, but let's see. Oh yeah, that's Abernathy Farm, and then there's this little kind of shed, but I'm pretty sure there is a little raider camp up here somewhere. There's just like a couple of them that I could take down and maybe get some armor off them. But yeah, see, this episode is just really about kind of getting set up and ready to go, and then we will head into Concord and see what we can do there, but it'd be good to be a little bit better prepared before we take on the Deathclaw and all the raiders that are in the History Museum. And that's nice. Hot plate. Empty bottles. Don't need a broom. Stim pack, purified water. Sounds good. Lost the dog again. He'll catch up, he'll be fine. But yeah. Pretty sure there's under these pylons there's one where there's a couple of like rad stags, that's there, and then there's the cabin. Stuff here. Yeah, don't mind me. I'll not hurt you if dog's gonna go chasing them, isn't he? Ah, there we go. I did this all. I knew there was some. Something. It's hard to tell what.
Fucking hide from me? I'll find
Oh crap. Hey, where's the other one?
Asshole! Just give up!
There we go. Nice. Yep. Let's just take all the stuff we can carry. Well done, dog meat. You did really well there, actually. Good boy. Nice. Left arm. Don't tell me they all have the same things. Sorry. A little bit of nudity there. Rad stag. Leather life leg. Road leathers. Nice. Welding goggles. I was going to say, there's definitely more that I killed. Another left arm. Don't need that many left arms. Only have one of those. did get all your stuff off you because you're kind of naked. Just the way the world works is that, you know, whoever wins the fight and kills the other guy gets to take all their stuff. That's just the way it works. That Mulrat ate a pocket watch. And we've got some snacks as well for our trouble, which is nice. Yeah, so I knew there was a little raider camp here, but it does give us access to at least a little bit of armour that we can hatch up. And, oh, there's a cooler there, I missed that. Oh no, I didn't, never mind. Yeah, so I think head back to Sanctuary, get some armour pieces fixed up a little bit so that we have a bit more protection. I know there is a soldier helmet in that tank there, but I'm not going near that many rads. That's just a bit unwise. You can't even jump over that log, honestly. Right. Should probably be a wee bit more cautious because there might still be vicious mongrels and stuff running around. But yeah, good to find that raider camp. I knew it was there. I discovered it a long time ago back in my earlier playthroughs. And oh, hello. Part of Flora, green shirt. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to take all your stuff. But what do you mean no? Let me see. I've got the pipe. Now we just have to figure out a way to sell it without anyone getting wise to what we're up to. I've stashed it in medtech research. I'll meet you there tonight. So, make sure you're not followed. I think John is starting to get suspicious. Interesting. I have no idea where that came from. But yes, apparently there's something important in medtech research, so we will... Oh shit. Okay, it's just... I'm not supposed to be swearing. You know what, might as well kill it if we can. You know, girls got to eat. It's the way of the world. But yeah, I'm very easily jump scared, just FYI, so when things come out of nowhere, I probably am gonna just be very jumpy. It's the way I've always been. It's the way I've always been, because it's the same, like, you know, working with animals, and sometimes they would just start screaming and I would always jump. It didn't mean that I was particularly scared of the animal, but just sudden loud noises tend to get to me. I say maybe in October we'll do some fun horror games, so you guys can be entertained by me freaking out and getting scared all the time. There is one that I played recently that I'd quite like to run through again, called Dead Letter Department, where you take on this job. It's like mail that the auto readers can't read the address, so you have to manually type it in, and you're doing this, and then a bunch of really creepy things happened. It was really fun. It was really good kind of horror experience. Because some of it would be like, you know, weird, and then there was return to sender because the person's been dead for 5 years, and it would escalate and things. It was really, really good little horror game. So if you're into that kind of thing, I would recommend it. But let's see, what have we got for apparel now? So I do like the road leathers as a under outfit, in the absence of like the military ones. The military fatigues and things are probably the best. And then we've got a left leg and a left arm. So we're pretty much the same as what we had with the drifter outfit, but you know, it's quite heavy at 10, so I don't really want to have it, but we might as well put the battered fedora on as well. Or we can do the gas mask with goggles, which does give a wee bit of radiation protection. We can put glasses on so that we can see better. Makes sense. What's the utility jumpsuit? It's intelligence and perception +1 and 10 radiation protection. That's not terrible, actually. Because I think you can modify it up and improve like the protection of that. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, you can go up to the shielded line and you get energy resistance and rad resistance. But you do need to have maxed out armour and science in order to do that, so we'll not be doing that. I can change the number. This must be Creation Club stuff that was added. Can make it purple though, which is fun. Purple being one of my favourite colours. But yeah, let's see, what can we do? So I think making it bird bid. Yeah. And then, oh, I do have enough stuff for pocketed as well. Perfect. So that gives us a wee bit extra cannon capacity. And I could do Minutemen paint. I don't want to do Minutemen paint. I don't really care about that quite yet. Oh, we can go up to tempered on the Raider. I'm probably not going to keep the Raider stuff. I don't really like it that much. But yeah, it's a wee bit extra damage resistance and stuff, which is always nice. Do a quantum themed paint job. Yeah, let's do that. I know it's using up one oil, but we're going to be fancy about it. Might as well. Let's see. I think that's looking pretty good so far. Yeah. I think that'll do me for the time being. So yeah, I think the plan is I'm gonna strip this place down, build up, because I'll need water supplies and everything. I'll need it for myself. I'm thirsty and hungry at the bottom there. I will need it for when Preston and the gang come back here after we defeat the Deathclaw, all that stuff. So I'll kind of do all that off screen because it's probably not going to be that interesting to watch. And then next time we'll head down into Concord and see if we can deal with the Raiders and the Deathclaw and all that kind of nonsense and start building our empire here in the Commonwealth. So yeah, I'm also quite happy that so far we are deathless. It came close with the rad roaches a couple of times, and the fact that I managed that with those raiders, because I say rad roaches are one thing, but when they've actually got guns and things, and having dog meat was quite helpful. I mean, obviously, with survival mode, the companions can go down faster if they take too much damage, and they can fall out with you if you don't heal them and stuff. So something to be wary of, but. It might be fun to actually mess around because there's perks. In fact, I do have a level up still to do, so I can have a look because there is a perk for the dog, where you can kind of upgrade his combat capabilities and stuff, which I quite like. Again, just want to try different play styles and messing around with some perks that I haven't really used before, like Animal Friend, pacifying them, and then you can do. Yeah, boosting things with companions, I guess, but Wasteland Whisperer for the creatures and then Intimidation for the people, all that kind of stuff. That could be quite fun. So we shall see how we go. Now, what do we want to do for our next perk? I think Gunslinger, if we're going to go pistols because they're lighter, then I think Gunslinger is probably a good second perk to take, just a wee bit more. I say a wee bit, 20% is not a wee bit, 20% is a fair bit of damage actually to do as an increase, so I'm quite happy with that. And we have a new dog, which is always exciting. I do love dog meat. I love dogs. I miss dogs. Like, when I was working as a vet, I was seeing dogs every single day, and now I just don't really get the chance to see or talk to dogs. I don't get to meet new dogs all the time and stuff, which is quite sad. Because dogs are great, and as much as I'm the cat lady, there's very few animals that I would refuse to interact with. Mice and hamsters being the ones that I'd probably like the least, but I would still kind of look after them anyway. But yeah, so I'll leave you guys with that just now. We've kind of got through the opening and stuff, and we're actually, I have a decent amount of armour for this point in the game. We've got some decent weapons, food, water, all that kind of stuff. So next week, I say I'll get this place fixed up to my liking, And then next week we'll head down into Concord and deal with the Deathclaw. So there's very possibly going to be a death at that point, but I'm quite happy actually that so far I've survived. So survival mode going good so far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. As always, I love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, hopefully this is going to be a fun and entertaining series for you. So I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.